What's up, all my good people out here in YouTube land? I'm coming at you tonight with SmackDown's review. SmackDown was a decent show. It was okay, nothing to rave over. I have a lot of notes here, some breaking news, and just some match reviews and how I feel about SmackDown as a whole. It hasn't been a good show for a couple months now. You can definitely tell that they're going downhill. They have no competitors for Roman Reigns. They have no competitors at all. They don't want to use certain people. So it's frustrating because I like SmackDown. SmackDown used to be my favorite show to go to with between Raw and SmackDown, and it just seems as though it went downhill. Also, y'all like my song? Let me know what y'all think. I'm trying to play around with this. I'm still new to it, so let's get started with the SmackDown review. I got my notes next to me, so I will be looking back and forth, and let's get started. So tonight's show opens up with Roman. He comes to the ring alone because he fired Paul Heyman. I want to say maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, he fired Paul Heyman, who was his advocate when Brock Lesnar returned. He goes on to say while he's sitting in quarantine, there are two people he never wanted to see ever again in life, and that was Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Well, clearly because Paul Heyman left you to go back to Brock Lesnar. It's an interesting dynamic that three of them have going on right now. And like I said on Monday's review, we've seen this match over and over again for years now, but Paul Heyman always seems to be able to make the match feel fresh and make it feel new, even though we know what the outcome is going to be most likely and we know how the match is going to go. But they just have really, really good chemistry together. So as he's saying that, seconds later, out comes Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. They enter the ring. Brock Lesnar gets on the ring and he goes, introducing. He does his whole spiel like that Paul Heyman used to do. And again, Brock is really, really good on the microphone. So I don't understand why he wasn't speaking for himself in the past. He's really, really good. He's entertaining, especially as a face. I want to say he's a face. Yeah, he's a baby face. I think, he's a baby face because Roman's the heel. So he's really, 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 really good. Brock does his whole spiel and tells Roman to acknowledge him, which is Roman's whole thing. When Roman came out, he told New England to acknowledge him tonight. And he pretty much challenges, Brock pretty much challenges Roman to a title versus title, champ versus champ, which a lot of people are advocating for. A lot of people want the unification match. I don't really know if I want it. I definitely don't see it happening because they're on two different networks. And I just don't see one network being okay with the other network, always getting the shine. If you're a wrestling fan, you definitely know the tension or the drama behind the scenes between the two networks, which are USA, where on a cable network, where Raw is hosted, and then you have SmackDown on Fox, which is a network show. So of course they're going to get more ratings because more people have access to Fox than USA, but USA feels some kind of way when Fox gets a lot of the big matches, I want to say. So in the midst of everything, Paul starts to have like a breakdown. He gets on the mic and he starts to have a breakdown, pretty much telling Roman, I was here for you. I help you get the title. I help you to get to where you are, which Roman is pretty much the most important character in the WWE. If they lose him or if he leaves, that's it, because they've only built one person. You have about 200 people on your roster and you build one person. Great company. And pretty much he starts to have a breakdown and he's telling Roman, you're spilling his love, and then Brock turns and tells Paul to shut up. Very aggressive and, trying to make Paul scared of him. And then Roman tells Brock not to talk to Paul like that. So then Brock goes, thank you, and then tells Brock not to talk to Roman like that. And Brock tells Paul to shut up again. And then Roman was like, don't talk to him like that. And then Paul says something else. And then Roman hits Brock with a Superman punch for talking to Paul crazy. So you can definitely tell that Paul Heyman is the middleman in this situation, almost like a love affair. You can definitely tell that he is going to play a major role, I think, at the Royal Rumble between Brock and Bobby. I think he's going to be the reason why Brock loses the title to Bobby. That's at least what I would want to happen. And they're definitely going to play a major role at WrestleMania. So I can't wait to see, you know, again, how the story goes. And like I said earlier, he has a way of bringing that freshness to us, to a match that has already happened time and time again. The next thing we have after that is we come back from a commercial break and Sami is having a match against Rick Boogs. And Sami got new theme music. I don't like it. I like his old theme music. And it didn't hit me until after day one of last Saturday. There was supposed to be an Intercontinental title match. What happened to it? There was no match. Like, I was texting one of my homeboys and I was like, I thought Sami was the #1 contender for a match and they had advertised and everything like that. So I'm not sure if Shinsuke was out with COVID or they just didn't want to put the match on the card or whatever. You know, I honestly don't know what they're doing with the title. They're not, you know, clearly they're not doing anything with the title. They're not doing anything with Shinsuke. They haven't really done anything with him probably since 2017, 2018, when he had that match with AJ Styles after Mania. And then after that, it was kind of like, look at my hair. I can't wait to get my hair done, y'all. That was kind of like, you know, that was kind of it. So, you know, it was a decent match. It was an opening match. It was decent. A couple commercial breaks. This match was really just about Rick showing how strong he was. Showing, you know, his strength against Sami. He actually did a really, really good move where he had Sami in a suplex kind of position, and then Sami kept hitting him on top of his head, and Rick got down to one knee, and as Sami was still hitting him, Rick was still holding Sami up in the suplex position on one knee, and then managed to lift Sami up as he's standing up. He's lifting Sami up to hit a suplex. So I thought that was a really, really good move. I could see like a Bianca doing something like that to somebody. So that was a really, really good spot. Outside of that, it wasn't much to the match. Sami lost. Now I just told y'all he was the #1 contender, right? And he lost. Rick Boogs is Shinsuke's hype man, like his guitar. He's a wrestler, but he's more of Shinsuke's like hype man. He plays the guitar music for Shinsuke's entrance. And he lost. The #1 contender for the Intercontinental title lost the match. And then out comes Johnny Knoxville from Jackass. So I guess they're like in some kind of promotion with each other. And throws Sami over the ring because earlier backstage Sami was telling Johnny the only way to get into the Rumble is to prove it. So he goes out there to throw Sami over the ring and then run back out the ring. And then milliseconds, they announce that he's going to be in the Rumble. So Johnny Knoxville from the Jackass series is going to be in the Royal Rumble. Yeah, y'all sit on that. 30 superstars. Half of them you don't use. And Johnny's going to be in the match with Royal Rumble. Because everybody wants to see Jackass. Jackass is so popular nowadays. I can't even tell you what channel MTV is. Does Jackass still come on MTV? Aren't we tired of seeing old-ass men do dumb stuff to themselves? Sami Zayn's too good for this. Like he could be in the main event picture. Like when he had the title, he had a great run. He had a great ladder match with AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy for the title. So I don't know. Then we go backstage to the New Day talking about their match with the Usos. So, the New Day and the Usos have been feuding 4 or 5 years now, off and on. And we have gotten match after match after match after match after match after match after match. And apparently tonight, if the New Day doesn't win, they don't get another shot at the tag team titles as long as the Usos are holding them. Apparently, because WWE forgets their rules. So we'll move on to the next segment. And out comes Charlotte Flair. And she talks about New Year's resolutions and how she wants to make history. And then she goes on to talk about how the Women's Royal Rumble match works, which works the same way as the men. And then they announce the women, about 18 women who are going to be in the match. Now, I had just said on Monday, I hate when they do stuff like that because it's like, yeah, we're going to watch anyway because a lot of people like the Rumble. You know, that's one of my favorite pay-per-views. Yes, pay-per-views, not premium live events. That's one of my favorite pay-per-views. And I like to be surprised. I like to be like, oh, look who's coming out. You know, if I'm with some friends, we watching or texting and stuff like that, we like to be surprised. Like, you done told us 18 people to look forward to. And it's some interesting names that would have really shocked and surprised the audience. You know, that was dumb. So pretty much the 18 women are Nikki Trash, Aaliyah, Natalya, Mickie James. I'll get back to her in a second. Shayna, Summer Rae. Trash. Tamina, Dana Brooke, Kelly, Rhea Ripley, Lita, Naomi, the Bella Twins, Carmella, Zelina, Michelle McCool, Shotzi Blackheart. Now let me get back to Mickie James real quick. In my eyes, Mickie James is a legend. The way that WWE did her was absolutely wrong. They brought her back, didn't do anything with her. She could have had a title run. She could have been a very important match. They could have relived her and Trish one last time when Trish was making special appearances to come back. And then you have a 6-time women's champion, a legend in the wrestling business, still can go. You release her. Not only do you release her, but you put her shit in a trash bag and send it off to her. So, what? First of all, why'd you release her? That's the first thing. Why you release her? And then how disrespectful for you to send her stuff if she done gave her heart and soul to this company and you sent her stuff in a trash bag? I wouldn't have bought my ass back. And if I did, the amount of money y'all would have to pay me. And then she's in Impact, which is I don't watch anything as far as Impact. I can't even tell you if it comes on TV or not. But she's the champion over there, and WWE has a hard time playing with others companies, so it's interesting that they brought her back, seeing how she belongs to another company now. So we'll see, you know, how that goes. Again, though, that goes back to what I was saying. That would have been a great surprise for people. Like, the audience would have lost it because we probably would never have thought we would have seen her again in the company wrestling again. So after they do the announcement of the women, Charlotte goes on and pretty much says she's entering the Rumble, which is weird because she's a champ. So my first thought was like, oh, they must going to put the championship on the line, and whoever, you know, whoever's the last one in the ring is going to win the championship, which would have been pretty cool. They've done that so many years ago. That they've done that before. But she actually said she's going to enter the Rumble to find her competition for WrestleMania. That doesn't make any sense. That's what they had the Rumble for. Yeah, so how about you not enter the Rumble and give that spot to somebody else? Who? I don't know. Maybe an EO. I don't know. Somebody. They barely got any women. They didn't release every fucking body. Maybe they'll bring some women back. Who knows? Yeah, this division. This SmackDown Women's division. Woo. You talk about a makeover. Makeover. The division consists of what, 7 women, if that? Because Toni Storm just left the company because she wasn't getting used properly, and good for her for leaving on her terms and not letting them release her like they do everybody else. Anyway, So Naomi comes out, and I love me some Naomi. You know, I think Naomi is so underrated. I think she has one of the best entrances. I think, you know, the crowd, not I think, I know the crowd goes crazy for her when they see her. And she's one of my top picks to win the Rumble between her and Sasha. That's what I would like. But she comes out and she pretty much is like, she challenges Charlotte to a match. And Charlotte was pretty much like, you don't deserve a match. Like, sis, what you done to deserve a match against me? You ain't done shit. But feud with Sonya. And I'm sick of that damn feud. So Naomi proceeds to smack the shit out of Charlotte. So in my eyes, look like she deserved a match then. Because she let you know, I'm coming for that. I want a match. I'm coming for that championship. And we haven't really seen... I think the last time we seen them wrestle, like a one-on-one match, 2017, I think, when Naomi was champion and Charlotte was drafted to SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think 2017 is the last time we saw that match. So it's really good to see them two in the ring together, and they have really good chemistry. You know, it was a really, really good match. I think they work well together. As I say in my notes, look over my notes. Charlotte sells for people she likes to wrestle. Charlotte does a good job with people. You can tell she likes to wrestle Sasha. She likes to wrestle Naomi. And I'm sure it's a couple other, Rhea, Asuka, because she does a really good job against them. With people she doesn't like to wrestle against, she doesn't sell at all. She doesn't do anything. I'm like, is this how the match is supposed to go? The other person is barely getting any offense in. So you can definitely tell who she likes to wrestle against and who she doesn't. And Naomi is one of those girls she likes to go against, which is good because they have really good matches. Outside of the match being good, Sonya kept interfering. She interfered 2 times. She interfered the first time when Naomi was outside and she hit a blockbuster on Charlotte and pretty much was on an 8 count, and she got back into the ring, and Charlotte was not going to make it in the ring. Naomi is going to win that match. And then Sonya comes out and says this is a no count out match. So then they continue to go on. Then Naomi was going to win again, but then Sonya stopped the match and said it's a no DQ match. So Charlotte ended up getting the win, which she's the champion, so she should get a win. But my thing is, where are we going with this match? What are we doing with it? Because what are we doing with Naomi and Sonya? We're months into this, and y'all haven't gotten a one-on-one match yet. Can we just move the fuck on? Nobody cares anymore. I like Sonya. I'm a huge fan of Naomi. I'm ready for them both to move on. It doesn't look like Sonya's getting back into the ring anytime soon. I don't know if this is a build-up to a one-on-one against them at WrestleMania, but WrestleMania is not till March. That's a long time. Long time. So then we go backstage. The Usos are talking, claiming the feud ends tonight. I thought the feud ended a few years ago at their Hell in a Cell match. I thought the feud ended when they split brands. I thought the feud ended the other night. So does the feud really end tonight? Or do we get them again at WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something? Because there's no tag teams in the division, so why don't you just merge the divisions together? Yeah. Next, we move on to Happy Corbin. And I like one thing about Corbin, his move, his finisher. That's about it. Don't like the gimmick. Didn't like his other gimmick. He's a great wrestler, but... well, he's not great. He's okay. Well, he's good. He's good against the right person. I think his last really, really good match was against Chad Gable for the King of the Ring back in 2019. That was a really, really good match. He has a really, really good finisher. Yeah, that's it. WWE does, and they did this twice tonight, and it irks me, and it probably will forever irk me, and I'm probably going to forever comment on it. I hate when there is somebody in the ring and then they go to commercial break. Not a 30-second commercial break, not a 60-second commercial break, about 2-3 minutes 4-minute commercial break. Then we come back to a backstage segment. That's about 2-3 minutes. Then we get back to the ring. And I'm like, what the fuck was they doing the whole time in the ring? Was there music playing the whole time? That shit would irritate me. Don't bring me out until after y'all finish all that other shit. Then y'all can bring me on out. Because I'm standing there in the ring. Standing there. Not doing nothing. I think that's so stupid. They did that during Corbin segment, and they did it again during when the Usos came out. Ooh. So Corbin's talking. So they get backstage, and Adam Pearce walks up to Sonya Deville, and Sonya is thinking he's getting ready to talk about what happened with Naomi, but he's actually has been put in charge to find a opponent for Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble because Brock Lesnar has an opponent, and they need one for Roman Reigns. We'll get into that a little bit later because I got some thoughts on that too. So then we get back to the ring. Corbin is out there talking about COVID and about Drew McIntyre's injury. He has a neck injury. I think he's gonna probably have to end up getting surgery. So I don't really see him returning anytime soon. Which sucks because I was looking forward to the match against him and Roman. I feel like that was gonna be the match, him and Roman. Madcap Moss, not Mad Cat, Madcap, MADCAP, Madcap Moss. That's his name, people. That's his name. He comes out acting like he's Drew, acting like he's injured with the neck brace on. It wasn't funny. I hope. I don't know. I can't even give thoughts or what. I don't know. It's stupid. The gimmick is stupid. Them together is stupid. I don't know if it's leading to them having a match, which I'm not interested in seeing. I don't know. It's just stupid. It then come out the Viking Raiders. They have a match, and Corbin and Madcap win the match. Backstage, Sheamus is talking about Ridge Holland, who got his nose broken by Ricochet. And where is Ricochet at? Why is Ricochet not in the mid card or the main event? Because Ricochet is that fucking good. When or if Ricochet get released, I promise you, WWE is going to regret. They're going to regret that decision. I can guarantee you that. He talks about how Ridge Holland, they had a match at day one, a pre-show match with Ricochet, Cesaro versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Ricochet did like this crazy like flip, and his leg was out, and it hit Madcap. They look alike. It hit Ridge Holland's nose and broke his nose, so he'll probably be out for a while. And Sheamus was pretty much like, I don't care about Drew's injury. Let's talk about Ridge's injury. It's more important. I really had high hopes that they were going to bring back the Bar, which was Sheamus and Cesaro. They were really good. Like they were like I will put the Usos. Damn, it's a hard one. I go back and forth. The Usos in the New Day are like number 1 and number 2, but then like number 3 was definitely the Bar. Like the 3 of them having matches and feuds. I think I actually might go back and watch one of their matches. So good together. So I was really hoping they would bring that back because they're not doing anything with Sheamus or Cesaro. So I thought, but of course my thoughts don't matter. And he enters the Rumble. Now to the main event, people. The main event. We have the New Day versus the Usos in a Samoan street fight. I don't know what the difference between a regular street fight and a Samoan street fight is, but apparently there's a difference. It wasn't explained to me tonight, but there's a difference. And I know that these guys are probably friends off screen. Well, I know they're friends off screen. And yes, you can see I'm rocking one of my Kofi hoodies. I'm a big Kofi fan. Like I said in my Raw review, I watched him win the title. I was like jumping up and down. Me and my homeboy at WrestleMania in New York a couple years ago, watching Kofi win the title. It was an excellent match. But I know, cause I'm tired, and child, I know they tired of wrestling each other. I'm tired of watching them wrestle each other. Now, I know every time they get in the ring, they gonna kill it. I don't doubt that for a second. I don't want to keep seeing it. Please let tonight be the last night for some years. Years. Cause I'm tired of seeing it. I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see it no more. I don't. You know, it's a Uso and New Day match. What can you say? It was a great match. You know, street fight, Samoan street fight match. The Usos won with the 3D through the table on Kofi. 1, 2, 3. There's nobody else in the division. Merge the tag team divisions. We only need one title. Merge the divisions. Everybody and their mama have been telling y'all to merge the divisions. Y'all have to see that there are no other teams. Come on now. After that, we find out who Roman's opponent's going to be for Royal Rumble, and it's Seth Rollins. Yes, the same Seth Rollins who was in a match on Saturday for a Raw championship because he's a Raw superstar. So that goes to tell you that SmackDown doesn't have any other fucking opponents for Roman because they don't want to build anybody up. I just gave you one person, Ricochet. Gave you somebody else, Sami. What we doing? Seth versus Roman. We know Seth not going to win. So what does Seth do at WrestleMania? What does Seth do at after the Rumble? What does Seth do? Because we know he's not going to win. You're not taking the title off of Roman to give it to Seth. Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins, whatever his new name is. Like, this is their problem, and it's like you had to go to another show to get somebody. That should tell you something. That honestly should tell y'all got to do better. Y'all honestly have to do better. I also read that online that tonight's dark match was between Tommaso Ciampa and Pete Dunne. And I remember seeing Pete Dunne in person at All Access. Yeah, at WrestleMania a couple years ago. And Pete Dunne is great. I mean, Pete Dunne is great. So is Tommaso. So those are definitely two guys I would have on the main roster. And I would have them at the top of the card. One of those two guys will probably be the one to take the championship off Roman. That's just what I would do. But because they're Triple H guys, I really don't see them making it far in the company because Vince has something against Triple H because Triple H couldn't seem to be AEW in the war that Vince wanted to create because he was scared of competition, which had nothing to do with Triple H because Triple H knew how to build a company. That's my rant on that. I don't want to speak on it no more. Because you see, Samoa Joe just got released, which was ridiculous because Samoa Joe could be in the ring right now and could be Roman's opponent, could be Brock's opponent, could be Bobby's opponent. He could be still in NXT doing what he was doing. But no, we got to release people left and right. Anyway, whatever. Will they go to the main roster? Who knows? I don't know. I feel like Tommaso, Io Shirai, who else? Pete Dunne. I feel like they doing fine anything at NXT. They're cleaning the chairs and putting the chairs up to stay in NXT. But it doesn't matter now because Vince runs NXT too. So, whatever, people. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. I'm looking forward to doing more of this. I got more reviews coming. This is fun. I'm starting to get the hang of things now. You know, I'm starting to be more comfortable in front of the camera. Just wait till this hair get done. I'm really going to be feeling myself then. I'm looking to do more reviews. If there's any collabs out there who wants to join, let's do some stuff together. I'm going to be doing a Royal Rumble review. When is the Royal Rumble? 28th or 29th? So I'm going to see if my homeboy wants to join in with me. And I'll see y'all Monday for Monday Night Trash. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Monday Night Raw. WWE's Monday Night Raw. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Help me get these followers up. Help me get these views up. Help me get these likes up. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.